Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want?
What do I want?
Yeah.
I need to see your driver's license, insurance, and registration, please.
Fuck off.
Did you get it fixed?
Whatever. Why are you pulling me over?
Because you're under suspension.
Oh, really? So you make it a habit to pull people over without calling them in.
For what? Without what?
You make it a habit to pull people over without calling them in. Did you not know my name? Do you not know my address?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your license is suspended. That's why I'm stopping you.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Did you call it in?
Back.
Did you verify that I was suspended?
Yeah.
Before you pulled me over?
Yeah.
When was that?
Stay in the car.
Give me a cigarette, Deanna.
Here. You know how I feel. I feel like a girl.
We won't argue with you there.
Okay. Oh, that's kind of girl.
Get your camera out.
I don't have it.
Borrow Angie's. For what reason?
What's that?
For what reason? What's that got to do with the price of tea in China?
Seat back in your car, Paul.
You're going to arrest me if I don't sit back in the car?
I will, absolutely.
For what's the charge?
Sit in your car. Sit in your vehicle.
And that's the law?
Absolutely.
That's the law.
I can make you stay in the car or get out. So get back in the car.
Damn it. Woman. What about that? You need registration?
Yeah.
Tell me there's no harassment here. Maybe there's some officer brush-up training that you could give these guys.
What's that?
Maybe you could give these guys some training, or maybe they could go to some classes. Officer Cornwell knows my name. He could have called me in before he pulled me over. It's just a form of harassment. I'm sure the DMV, your computers are tied into the DMV, and you could have known that my license was not suspended. If you don't
Is
think
it not suspended?
No, it's not.
Okay.
And do you not feel like I feel threatened by having this asshole over here, and you show up, and Cornwell? Excuse my language. Whoever might listen to this on the camera later. This is absolutely a form of intimidation, and I am threatened. I'm threatened to be sitting in this car.
Okay. Did you get your license back?
No,
You don't
duh.
You don't have it with you then?
I already gave it to him.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And I believe the you know, I'm not brushed up, but I believe the proper procedure is to call in and verify before a stop or arrest has happened. And he can't claim that he didn't know my name. He already said he did on the camera.
Okay.
You know, I was trying to talk to you the other day.
What's that?
I was trying to talk to you the other day. You're the chief now, right?
Correct.
Well, in December, I believe it was, I called downtown. Pat gave me a driving while suspended ticket back in December, November.
Okay.
And at the time, he said that he would change, you know, I wasn't driving, but I said at the very least, if you're going to harass me, give me a city ordinance ticket, you know, so it wouldn't go as a prior with the state or whatever. And he said he would. He promised me he would. He said, get a hold of me tomorrow. I called him 20 times. He refused to come by my residence or call me back. And I also informed him that I had a vandalization that I wanted to be reported, and he refused to come take a report on that. Now, we'll be at the city council, you know, I would
Sure.
been meaning to talk to you, but you know, I don't know what makes an officer think that, you know, protect and serve is for everybody but you. That's what Officer Cornwell is telling me. In fact, you know, I asked him to come by and take the statement. My window's been busted out of my van in my house. He refused to come by and take a report on that. He refused to do what he said. He absolutely told me, see me tomorrow, and at the very least I would change that ticket to a city ordinance rather than a state statute ticket.
Okay. Let's take care of this thing here.
Nothing to take care of. You know, I'm not difficult. If
Never said you were, Paul.
Well, I'm not difficult if the officers act within the law and treat everybody the same or fairly.
Okay.
And I don't believe that if I was anybody else, the officers would have refused to come to my house and take a report on vandalism. And I don't know why.
When did you call that in?
December.
Okay.
And I don't know why I'm being detained right now. And I am being detained.
That's correct. Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
What was going on over at the counseling center?
Nothing. I went in for my physical, got my prescriptions. She was being argumentative, and we had another.
Were you being argumentative too?
It takes two to argue. Let's be real.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
It takes two to argue.
All right.
There was a third party present, and I left.
Okay.
I left.
Who was the third party? Another patient or one
No,
of the staff?
one of the staff.
Okay.
And so, I mean,
Did you get loud? Did she get loud?
nobody allowed.
Nobody
But
allowed?
I left.
Okay. Apparently, that's what this is all about. Is apparently they felt a little threatened by whatever you were
Well,
doing.
she said she was threatened because I was because she was arguing with me, and so she went and got a counselor, and he sat in, and then she started, and then she was lying to him, and we had a disagreement, but there was no.
She lied to him. What did she lie to him about?
Oh, she said that I was refusing the treatment that she had prescribed, and I'd already accepted it. She'd already sent in the prescription.
Okay.
I mean, and I said, and then this counselor comes in and he says, well, it's not for me to say. She's sitting here telling him, this is my side of it, and that's all that there is to it. And I said, well, you can't really sit there and say that because I already accepted the treatment that we agreed upon. And then he says, well, I don't have to, basically he says, I don't have to listen to you. And so I was like, well, I don't, I felt kind of threatened,
Okay.
So.
It's your day to feel threatened, apparently.
Well, you guys are fine. I don't know, before deep
Well,
here.
we got a phone call because there was something going on at the counseling center, and we didn't know what was going on exactly.
Well, I wanted to leave, and then she, what upset me is, I said, well, I guess you're the only woman in this world that's not argumentative, and that was the extent of that. And and then she says, I'm not going to see you anymore, and you guys don't have to deal with being poor. That she's the only access I have to medical attention.
Okay.
And so I told him, I said, well, I really think that it's childish that she could at the very least could say, agree to disagree. I'll see you next month, but we will have a third party in the room. And I told him from the start. I said,
how long have you seen her?
I saw her a few years ago. I fell off my meds and.
Over the last few years, or a few years ago?
I haven't seen her. I saw her I saw her in 13 or 14.
Okay.
And
so this is the first time since.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's the doctor. So I mean, there's other counselors there, but
Sure.
she's the doctor.
Okay.
And so I told her. I told him. I said I would prefer a third party being in the room from the start to finish, or a camera.
Okay.
He said then there wouldn't be any disagreements like this or with them.
All right.
I'm not saying I can't get agitated.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm upset with Officer Cornwell.
Okay.
He should have called me in before he pulled me over. I wasn't hiding anywhere. My girlfriend was waiting for me right here.
Okay.
And but I did get my van vandalized.
Now, are you going to be available if we have to come back and talk to you about this to clarify some things? Because I haven't talked to this.
I'll be at home.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me.
There's as far as I'm concerned, the only problem is there's no problem. Just that I'm getting persecuted for being poor again. She did send in my prescription, and I'll accept it. I don't know. I won't have a doctor to talk to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm working, but I'm not working anything. The minute Obamacare came out, Pizza Hut dropped our insurance, and then we can't afford $450 a month.
Is that where you work, Pizza Hut?
Deanna was working at Pizza Hut.
Okay.
I'm doing carpentry and tree trimming.
Okay.
But yeah, it sucks being poor.
Yeah, it's no cakewalk, that's for sure.
And shame on you for pulling me over without calling me in and checking to verify.
Well,
I had a reason to.
yeah,
We got a report at the counseling center.
yeah. It was probably fairly contemporaneous, but all right, we'll let you get
And
on
I
your
was
way.
definitely surprised to see you in the hallway.
And if we have any other questions,
I'll be at home.
we'll give you a holler.